I thought I'd do it outdoors because you know what? I'm feeling festive. Yes, I'm feeling festive. With the Super Bowl's over with, the Olympics over with, what are we on to next? Well, there's hockey, basketball, the NFL Combine, and the Minnesota Twins. But I want to point out something. Last time I ate indoors, I had a fireside chat, I had a Wienie Roast. Well, the reason I'm feeling festive because spring is right around the corner, and if you look right over there, that little brick sticking out, that, my friend, is a fire pit. So spring is around the corner, and so are the Wienie Roasts outdoors. Well, when I think spring, there's a couple things I think of, so let's get to it. First things first, the Minnesota Loon, the MSL Soccer League here in Minnesota, big articles on those guys today because they play in TCF Stadium. The new season's about to start. In about a year and a half, we're going to have our own new soccer stadium, Alliance Field. This guy right here over in St. Paul on Snelling Avenue and I-94. It's quite the sight. I think it's like 25,000 seat stadium. The Loon, soccer's growing in popularity worldwide. The top paid soccer players in the whole world are soccer players. Here in Minnesota, we're infested by it. So it'll be exciting. I didn't get to a game last year at TCF. I want to see one this year. I remember I was a pop and beer vendor at the old Mets Stadium when the Minnesota Kicks were here. Pelé came at the old Mets Stadium. They'd sell out 45,000. It was the funnest, most festive thing ever. And this looks to be the same. So I'm looking forward to it. So a little bit about the NFL Combine. The Vikings, let's talk Vikings as well as any other team in the league. We all know about the quarterback situation. With Kirk Cousins, he's got it down to 4 teams, the Cardinals, the Jets, the Broncos, and miraculously the Minnesota Vikings. So we don't know what we're going to do with all of our quarterbacks, Bradford, Bridgewater, Keenum. There's pros and cons to all of them. They're all free agents. We didn't put the franchise tag on Keenum. Are the Vikings trying to see if they can re-sign him on the cheap? Or they don't think he can get him to the next level? Bradford, he's got those injured knees. He's probably our best passer. Bridgewater, I would say the Vikings, in my opinion, just are not sure about that knee. And I know he hasn't played for 2 years, but heck, the guy's only 25. They say they're considering all options, but everything is pointing to making a huge run for Kirk Cousins at some $30 million a year plus, and sounds like Cousins wants to make, instead of a long-term deal, a short to medium deal. 3 or 4 years, maximize his earning potential. In 3 or 4 years, he can pick another team, get even more money if he wins a Super Bowl or whatever. All I know is the money is mind-blowing. It sounds like the Jets are prepared, if they want to, have the cap space, 40 to 50 million per year. I knew I shouldn't have quit football in 9th grade. Doggone it. Oh well. All right, so we talked about the Loon, the NFL Combine. McGlinchey of Notre Dame is a highly touted offensive tackle. He's setting incredible numbers. You've got running backs and whatever setting incredible numbers in the vertical leap and the 40-yard dash. I get a kick out of Orlando Brown of, I think he's Oklahoma or Oklahoma State. He's like 6'8", 360. He only did 14 bench reps. The top running back guy did 29. Most linemen, only 5 linemen did 29, but this guy only did 14. His 40-yard dash, like a 4.76 is not bad. A 4.4 is phenomenal. He got like a 5.85, so he's got a little work to do. But it's Combine weekend, so we'll see what happens. Everyone's talking. Jon Gruden of the Raiders is saying we want Marshawn Lynch to be the beast again. All in. We want Amari Cooper. We're going to pass to him more, etc., 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 etc. But you know what? Since it is spring, let's change focus here. Jimmy Butler got the meniscus tear. The Timberwolves are hoping to have him back in just a month or two for the playoffs because the Timberwolves are doing very well. They're in, I think, first place in their division. And the Minnesota Wild are like a number 3 in our division or number 4 or 5 when you put the whole conference together in terms of seeding. We're fighting every game. We just lost the game 7-1 yesterday, got pummeled, but they've been on a 5-game winning streak, and now they hit a bump in the road with a couple losses. But Boudreau's going to get them on track. So, every point matters at this point, and that's what I like about the end of the year. Every point matters. All the teams are fighting. Ironically, the Blackhawks are in last place. Who would have thunk that after winning the last 3 out of 5 Stanley Cups.